Hello and welcome back to the Watford Way. Today, as I unfortunately have to review a Watford draw away at Reading. It wasn't to be today, unfortunately. It actually felt more like a defeat to me. I mean, I'm happy with the point. Well, I say I'm happy with the point. I'm clearly not happy with the point, but at least we didn't lose. Um, yeah, yeah, it was just a frustrating day overall, especially with Watford being 2-0 up in the game as well. But we'll get into my thoughts in just a second. If you get to subscribe to the channel and you're new around here, make sure to hit the button down below. Did you attend the game today? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you turn on the notification bell as well so you don't miss any future uploads from us in the future. However, before we get into my criticisms of the game, we'll start off as usual with the team news. And the team news was Danny Batman in goal, as was expected, with a back four of Mario Gaspar, who returns to his natural position of right back. Thankfully, finally, Slaven Bilic has seen the light and is not playing Mario Gaspar in midfield. The black two was Ryan Porteous and Craig Cathcart as a two centre-back pairing, and Hassan Kamara, who's been criticised in the past few games, was at left-back. Leandro Bacuna and Hamza Chowdhury were the two kind of ball-winning midfielders in the middle of the park, with Matthias Martins and Ismail Assar as the wide players. Henrique Arajo and Keenan Davis led the line, being the two striker pairing up top. So a 4-4-2 formation from Slaven Bilic. I think for me, the only criticism I could probably pick out was the inclusion of Leandro Bacuna from the start. I think we're all aware that Leandro Bacuna was brought into Watford, as a free agent, as a free signing to basically, cover up the cracks of what was at the time, a major injury crisis where Watford didn't really have any fit midfielders. However, today we did have a fit midfielder on the bench in Ismail Kone. And me personally, I don't know about you, let me know in the comments below if you disagree, but I think Ismail Kone and Hamza Chowdhury should have been the midfielder pairing from the start of this game. Slaven Bilic disagreed with that and went with Leandro Bacuna, who I personally thought was the weak link in this Watford side today. He was all over the place to me. But, Slaven Bilic made that decision. He's the manager of the team. However, I would have gone with Ismail Kone from the start of this game. Right, looking at the first goal for Watford now, before we get into the negatives of the second half when Watford bottled the 2-0 lead, we'll talk about the positives. Watford did go ahead in this game through Ismail Assar. A very easy goal for Ismail Assar to score. He was probably literally about a foot away from the goal line. It was very, very easy, but it was good work from Watford. Mario Gaspar with a good ball over the Watford defence. Henrique Arajo kind of took it down on his chest, crossed it across the 6-yard box into Ismail Assar. And yeah, it's a tap in for Sarr. Good goal for him. His 8th goal of the season in the Championship. An assist for Arajo on his full debut as well. So that's really good to see. And, it was a good team goal overall, really. I was really impressed when I saw that. It's just a shame we can't create chances like that more often. But hopefully when, we get more players back from injury, when these new players start to gel, hopefully we'll see more, pieces of play like that. So it's a good goal to start with, and actually meant Watford went into half-time going 1-0 up. And at the time, I was quite happy. I was quite content. Reading had largely been limited to 1 or 2 opportunities. Tom Ince had a good shot that Batman hit round the post. But largely, Reading had been limited to any big chances apart from that Tom Ince one that Daniel Batman saved. And I was feeling okay. I was feeling positive. The Watford fans seemed to be in good voice. And actually, it got better as we went into the second half with Matthias Martins whipping in a fantastic set piece from a corner that Watford won. And Ryan Porteous lost his marker and glanced a fantastic header into the goal right in front of the Watford fans on his full Watford debut. Ryan Porteous looks already like a really, really good buy. £300,000 from Hibernian. I'm very impressed. I know a lot of Watford fans on Twitter and other social media platforms are very impressed with what they saw from Porteous today. And yeah, I read what Hibernian fans said about him before he joined, his leadership qualities, him being really tenacious, really physical, being a good personality as well. And I think we saw, all of that in his Watford performance today. So big shout out to Ryan Porteous. Congratulations on your goal. And hopefully that continues in the future. Unfortunately, It didn't continue like that for Watford today. It kind of went from good to extremely poor. Reading looking quite threatening on the counter attack. The Reading players kind of overloaded the box. Craig Cathcart with a silly foul. For me, it was a penalty. A lot of Watford fans disagreed with that, but I do think there was contact there. Tom Ince scored the penalty, caused us a lot of problems today, actually, Tom Ince. And at that moment, it's 2-1 to Reading. There was quite a lot of time left into the game. And unfortunately, Jeff Hendrick, with a really, really good finish from outside the penalty area, he levelled it up to make it 2-2. Tom Ince assist for that as well. So again, Tom Ince, for some reason, every time he plays for Watford, he kind of does show up. Obviously, he's being managed by his dad, Paul Ince, at Reading at the moment as well. And it was just frustrating that, we could throw a 2-0 lead away, especially considering the position Watford are in and the games we've got to come. I did expect us to beat Reading today, and unfortunately it wasn't to be. And I am concerned now because, Slaven Bilic has made lots of, excuses in his press conferences. There's been a lot of quotes from Slaven Bilic that have come out in recent weeks. I don't think there was any excuses today. I've read, a few more quotes from him from after the game. And it kind of frustrates me because it was a strong team today. We should have beat Reading. We failed to do so, and we've got a tough run of fixtures coming up. We've got to play the likes of Sheffield United, Burnley, West Brom, Blackburn, various other teams as well, QPR, Luton. It's not going to get any easier in this season. And when there's opportunity to pick up points, and when you've got first team players actually available and not injured, you have to take your chances. And it just wasn't to be for Watford today. And, going into the Blackburn game next Saturday, I'm very concerned. I think, the only other positive I saw from today was the return, finally, of the Brazilian god, that is João Pedro. Hopefully he'll start the Blackburn game next week. But he got a good 15-20 minutes today in the game. So it was good to see João Pedro back in this Watford side. That's really all I have to say. I'm just frustrated. Yes, we come away with the draw, but, we was in a position to win the game being 2-0 up. As I said at the start of the video, for me, it feels really deflating. It feels like a defeat. It feels like the teams around us have, kind of gained ground on us. Burnley, obviously we can't catch them, but they beat, Norwich City very convincingly by 3 goals to 0. I think Luton won today again as well. So it's just frustrating. We've got Blackburn to come, Burnley to come, Sheffield United to come, West Brom to come. A lot of big games to come. And if Watford want to stay in them playoff places, we have to start picking up results. So let me know your thoughts on the game in the comments section down below. Did you attend the game? What did you think of Arajo and Porteous on their debuts? And apart from that, I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.